cops. Do you know who Duante Wright is, right?
Did I see that video? What
Duante
video
Wright
was that one?
Kim Porter, the cop who mistakenly pulled out her taser, happened to be a fully loaded gun and shot and killed Duante Wright.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, those situations is hard too. Like that, those are the things where you wish that the cop could have. Especially, let's talk about the incident with the lieutenant.
The lieutenant, go ahead.
Like maybe you just call someone. You see that he's not really a harm, and you call someone and go, "Yo, hey, you need to talk to this guy, and we need to see what's really going on." Mm-hmm. You know, heat of the moment. That situation with Duante Wright, right? Is that his name?
Duante Wright, yes, Duante Wright.
I did see the video. Yet again, I seen another video. The guy said that if you don't know the difference between your dominant hand and your weak hand, you shouldn't be a cop.
Or the difference of how a fully loaded Glock feels to a taser that is bright yellow. And I'm guessing they made it bright yellow so you don't. If you're in the heat of a situation and you can't feel the weight of it or the shape of it, at least you might see it as bright yellow.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it being on different sides. Now, I'm not gonna say. I'm going to say that the cop did it purposely. I'm not here to say that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. But it's a stressful event that these people are in. Everyone's in a stressful event. You need someone to calm it down. Go ahead, bro. I'm cutting you off.
No. You're not cutting me off. You're not cutting me off.
Listen, I'm all ears like an elephant.
So this was my thing. In the Duante Wright situation, he got out. He was compliant. And then he made a dash to get in his car and drive away. He got shot. By no means... that's right. He did do that. Yeah, by no means does that get the cop off the hook. Like, it's equally a crime. As if I was a black father, I would tell my son, "Listen, don't do that. Yeah, that's don't do that. Fine. Yeah, don't do that. You are a black man. It's so unfortunate that what you did is exactly what could happen to a black man doing that.
That's true.
That's why you don't do that, right? In the situation with the lieutenant, I'm so sorry that I can't remember his name right now. He was maced, right? And I was like, dude, just get out of the car. Once again, you're a black man. You know they're not going to have no remorse for you. The cop handled that situation horribly, but get out the car. And then I did a little bit more research. The lieutenant, he was related to Eric Garner, right? Duante Wright, his teacher was the lady who was just on the stand a week ago in the George Floyd situation. George Floyd's girlfriend. George Floyd's girlfriend was Duante Wright's teacher, right? Eric Garner was the cousin of that lieutenant that got pulled over. And then I started thinking, trauma in the black community, especially amongst black men. I can't even say that I would have told my son not to react the way those two young black men react, because thankfully the lieutenant wasn't killed. Thankfully he wasn't shot. Unfortunately for Duante Wright, he was. That's probably what he was fearing in the first fucking place. Trauma. If you hear black people that you're close to, we know the country as a whole, we have trauma. We see it as black men have trauma, right? There's a name for women who's been abused. Right? Have you ever gotten a dog from the pound that has been abused, locked in the house, not fed? They act differently because they're traumatized. Women who have been in traumatizing relationship, what do they call it? Battered woman syndrome? They act differently. In certain situations, they're not even thinking. They're reacting off of instinct because that trauma was so deep. Do we think possibly the one group of men who are persecuted in the streets without a court date, constantly shot, constantly bullied, you don't think that there's going to be some thoughts going through their head that make them make these rash decisions? By no means they should get shot or killed for it, but that's why they make these rash decisions. How do I know that this guy who was close to George Floyd, in the sense that his teacher, who knows, that could have been his favorite teacher. He could have been closer. He could have talked to her about the George Floyd situation, called her and consoled her. And he's thinking, damn, is this shit going to end like another George Floyd situation? And in that fight or flight moment, decide I got to get out of here. Because he's panicking. Have you guys ever had a panic attack before? You feel like you just got to move. I got to get somewhere. Your mind takes over. Hundreds of years of evolution has put that in our mind, bro.
That's true.
So who's to say these young black men are not so traumatized that they make these rash decisions and they still get killed?
Do you think Duante Wright had something in his car?
No, he had nothing. He had nothing in his car, which makes it even crazier. You know what I mean? Like, you just dashed. Bro, I think he could have had a panic attack and just had, I might get killed. That lieutenant, he said, I was just driving to get to a place that was well lit. Because I'm a black man. I know what can happen. And look, it still kind of happened. Right? And that's why Reverend Al Sharpton said, we had demonstration, now we need legislation. There needs to be some type of legislation going on that black people, the cops, I'm sorry to say this, bro, y'all got to treat us differently now. Because you understand that hundreds of years of what y'all did to us, we are now traumatized. So we might not mean to run when we see y'all, but we're scared of. You ever heard of life of fucking death, fight or flight? Who said that we're not going through that when the cops? Bro, have you ever drove past a cop on the highway and your heart dropped?
Good boy.
As a law-abiding black man. And by the way, this is not how I felt when I first heard this story. Because I'm not the type of dude to be like, it's there. Let me jump on it and just be. Bro, I consider myself a conservative Republican. I don't know shit about politics, but that's what I can. You know what I mean?
You in the black man party.
I'm in the black man party.
Don't correlate a conservative.
Shout out to Colin Noor. Shout out to Officer Tatum. Shout out to all the black conservatives. We breaking apart. We starting our own shit.
Sour cream.
How much curse words am I at right now?
10.
No, I'm not. No, I am not. I've been keeping count. I'm not paying for your wings.
You have 5. 6.
Who's to know battered woman syndrome? Black man syndrome. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple.
You keeping it real simple for them. Like, black men are just supposed to forgive everything and forget.
How are we supposed to? Do y'all think we're a different species because we play in the NFL and the NBA and we could run and dunk high and be the best? Like, we're not invincible, yo.
We not. It's crazy talking about these incidents too.
It's crazy. It's sad.
Yeah, you bringing a light on. Like, I'm glad you did. I can't play devil advocate to that. It's hard to.
You can't.
You can't. Somebody can though.
Let them. I don't let them do it, bro. Because I'm not. I try my best not to be tribal.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's black, Trinidadian. I'm gonna look at stuff from a clean slate and put my 2 cents towards it. And I'm telling you, at first, I said, "Damn, Duante, why you did that?"
Yeah.
Damn, Duante, why you did that? 30 seconds later, damn, Duante, I know why you did that. You were scared of exactly what happened. And who's to say it wouldn't have happened?
Yeah, you gotta think, I don't know where they're at, but wherever they
right where they killed George Floyd.
Minnesota.
That's where they was at. Right where they killed.
What they call the Black Knights? That's what the Ku Klux Klan was called up north. The Black Knights, I believe. Initially.
I think the Black Knights was like up north? There was KKK up north?
Yeah, Malcolm X, when he was in Ohio, they said that they was called the Black Knights. They wore all black.
Really?
Yeah, and it was the KKK. But
up north.
Up north. Not saying that that's how he seen it or he knew it like that, but you're in Minnesota, all white cops, incident happened.
Yo, bro.
That could put the trauma all in,
I seen
like, what happened?
I seen one of my friends post this on IG. The mayor, the police chief 50 years ago, this important one, this politician, all members of the KKK from that city. The post said you can't make this shit up. And now we see, okay, it's a track record. Who said no before we were paying attention, all the incidents that happened to unarmed black men? We have 2 in the past year.
In Minnesota, you're talking about, right?
In that same county.
Yeah.
In the same county. So as Reverend Al Sharpton said, we've already, what did he say? Damn, he be dropping bars. I like listening to all them old school civil rights dudes. They be dropping bars. He said, damn, I forgot that. I have to say it again. What did he say? We've already demonstrated. We need
legislate.
Yeah, we already demonstrate. Now we need to legislate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Oh, we already had the demonstration. Now we need legislation.
Give me out of best of both worlds.
Come on. And he had another one too. I forgot what he said. He was like, damn, I forgot. He's like, the bad cops are not going to change, so they need to be arraigned or something like that. Basically, we need to prosecute all these bad cops because they're not going to change. Right? We've now, and he also brought up a great point when he's talking on CNBC. Now we starting seeing cracks in the blue shield where cops are getting on the stand, denouncing other cops. There's multiple cops that went on the stand and denounced Derek Chauvin. And he applauded that because he said back in the day, there was none of that.
Yeah.
It was a unified shield.
Yeah.
And he's happy to see that now. There's change happening, people.
Yeah, that's a fact.
There's change happening.
And that's why you gotta be, I don't even say be careful, but understand why it's okay for people like doing stuff. Like people standing up for this type of bullying because change is happening. You know, and my mom had stated it. Like I was telling her, I was like, yo, watch, you should be watching this. She goes, no, because if I turn it off, then there wouldn't be this type of change. So yeah, we definitely congratulate people for that. Like that's crazy. People are like, yo, we live in a whole different, it's like how we look at the stock market. It's a whole different world now. Motherfuckers is telling each other it is what it is.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good because you know what happens? Just like, hey, bro, just to put it this way, white people are the ones who fought against and ratted out other white people to the point where black people weren't slaves anymore. Right? It was white people fighting amongst themselves, saying like, yo, nah, that ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't right. A certain video, like, yeah, sure, the police got body cams now, but who's to say they recorded if they're all in unison, it never gets released. Oh, the video disappeared. Just like homeboy who was fondling kids on the island, Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, the cameras went out. It just happened at the point when he died. The cameras went out. They could have did that for George Floyd. They could have did that for Duante Wright. That was the only video was a body cam video, but there are good actors in that whole system now that are saying no. Go out to the media because you on some bullshit, Officer Kim Porter or whoever it may be. You know what I mean?
Go out to the media. Really kicking them to the curb like, yo, go to the fucking wolves.
Yeah.
With the cameras.
The cameras. And y'all my family, but get out of here because guess what? It's that same religious fervor that burned throughout the North that said, listen, we're against slavery. It's the same thing that I think might be happening in the systemic racist organization that is the police enforcement in America. Yeah. So,
you know what would sell?
What?
When you go like this. When you do that with your eyes, like, yeah, all right, bro. Nigga.
Wait, what you mean?
What you
mean
that,
it sells? I just
sells.
did that?
It sells.
Why does it sell?
It sells. It's funny.
Did I just do that?
Yeah.
I looked a little mook doing that?
No. You look mook. I don't know if I look mook. I'm just trying to impersonate you. It's not mook. It sells, though. It sells onto your jokes. It sells onto the narrative.
Like it makes you seem like, yo, is that what
funny.
I did?
It's funny. If you do a joke, why? It's funny.
But R.I.P. to Duante Wright.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't have to say R.I.P. to that lieutenant.
Yeah.
Because that and one last thing on that, the cop is such full of bullshit. And this is how, you know how when you do something bad, like you're a man and you cheat, and then you know what you did was wrong.
Yeah.
Then you start acting weird. you know what I mean?
Hey, Texas. What's the name say? Offset say?
What?
I ain't cheat.
I was entertaining it. You start saying shit like that, right? The cop, first of all, the guy said, yo, I'm scared to get out of the car. He said, you should be. Gun pointed at him. After the incident, they just released this video a few days ago.
What he said?
He was like, come on, man, why'd you do that? You know the climate right now between us and y'all? You know what the climate is like for you guys and for us? Meaning black people and cops?
Yeah.
But you going to tell the black man you should be scared?
Yeah.
How aware are you of the climate? How aware are you of the climate? Yeah. You feel me?
What climate are you aware of? You told me
I gotta stop with the analogies because I was about to make a foul analogy, but yeah, what type of you're in the tropics, huh? You think it's all warm and cute. That's the climate that you was talking about.
That's crazy. 2 guns on him too.
2 guns on him. You shouldn't be scared. And then say, come on, man, you know the climate.
Blame it on him. You should have never did that. You should have just listened to me.
Exactly, but
That's a good way. Hey, look, guys, that's the answer to it. Guys, if you have an argument with someone, they go, why don't you just listen to the cops? I'm traumatized.
But I don't even think that's the excuse, but that's real shit.
No, that's real shit though. If you really traumatized, you really traumatized, and you can't. Who are you? Like if a woman's scared of men, who are you to go? I'm the right one.
That's why
she's still gonna feel some type of way towards men.
Just like we had the Me Too movement, where clearly we overprotected women. Overprotected. We don't know. Approaching a woman is wrong now, but why? Because women were, you know what I mean? They can't protect themselves against men. A lot of women are traumatized. We know women who are raped, sexually assaulted. They don't always go to the cops, right? Because they have these issues that stop them from doing that. They want to get close to the abuser so they don't feel that if it's as bad. They want to not think it because it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? So we had to oversell the trauma that women went through to kind of get it to a point where people understood it's not okay. And I think what Reverend Al Sharpton was saying, we already demonstrated, now we need to legislate it. Kamala Harris, you are in the White Office. Y'all have the majority in the Senate. What are y'all going to do about this? Because I am not a victim. I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to feel like, y'all got to help us out. But what I think happens is that there needs to be provisions that when you deal with a black man, you need to approach it with extra caution. Because we don't see videos of white unarmed men getting shot for stupid things. We don't see it. And I'm telling you, I'm not the Black Lives Matter person who's just completely unbiased. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Yeah, if y'all listen to this podcast, y'all should know that.
Yeah, we talk all about them funds.
Come on. We about to